So what's up guys? It's your boy Misho again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be showing you, as you all know, every week I show you the analysis before I enter a trade for a certain day, the trade management and the exit. But today I'm just going to show you what happened throughout the day because I wasn't on my PC, I wasn't on my desktop. I was at school right this week. There's exams and there's been a lot of pressure. Like right, I have some certain exams. Yeah, the mind will be not that stable. There will be a bit of a lot of pressure. I wouldn't advise for beginners to trade when there is such pressure, right? When there is a certain type of pressure going on in their life. So, with that being said, guys, let's get straight into our video. Today in the morning, I was at school, as I told you, right? But I had some predictions which I had put on my charts. I knew that on gold, I was in an uptrend. USD JP, I was in a downtrend, and GBP USD, I was in an uptrend. Those are the three pairs that I was looking for, right? As I always told you, on my playlist, there will be three pairs that I'll be looking for, right? So this is what happened. I came back from school at around 2 p.m., right? 2 p.m. I had to do my personal stuff, also to go and collect some books, right? I also engage in self-development books, right? This is the newest one which I got. I heard that it's a very good book. I don't know if you can see it, right? Like it's fresh, it's not yet opened. It's still fresh from the store. I also read the other ones. This one I have read it, as you can see, to be having some markings inside, right? Is the psychology of man, and this one I have not yet read it, but I bought it about 2 weeks back. So I'm just a reader of these books. They are not even for trading. My book for trading, you all know it, right? They are not even for trading, but they're also here, right? Personal growth and everything. So soon after collecting those books, I came back, had chat with Mr. Mapia. He had taken a buy position on USDJPY, right? But he didn't send the trade in the group because it was a degenerative trade. It's not a trade of my strategy. I told you my strategy is trending strategy. We always trade with the trend. He got in around here, and he got in 1, 2, 3. It was a 1 to 4 risk to reward, right? So he did not send it in the group because it was a degenerative trade, right? But it hit STP. He was trading a reversal, which I don't usually like. So after chatting with him, I came for the New York session. London session, in my time, it starts at around 11 a.m. and New York station in my time, which is Moscow time, it starts at around 4 p.m. So getting onto my charts at 4 p.m., I saw all my predictions, right, playing out. Let's start with GBP USD. On GBP USD, today my daily bias was uptrend, right? Whether I was going to buy at this position which I bought, or I was going to buy at this position around this area after seeing some confirmation candles, right? I wanted to go up. I didn't want to go down, right? Because generally we were in an uptrend. So we got in this trade. In the 4 hour or 1 hour, we have a fair value gap here at this area, right? And it also coincides with our psychological level. That's why I wanted to enter at this area. But on seeing weak rejections here, right, and then seeing this engulfing candle, right, after this doji candle, which creates a morning star. I entered on this trade. On GBP USD, I saw my first pin bar, but it was not very convincing, right? It is not any engulfing candle or what. Then I saw my two Doge candles. Doge candles now are convincing because they have a body which is 38% or less more than the whole candle, right? The other percentage is weak. So they are more convincing. They show strong rejection. And I'm seeing my strong rejection on a 4-hour demand and supply zone. This is when I took my entry here, right? But I did not exit according to plan, right? Even on this trade, I did not exit according to plan. I shall show you on my screen the current results we are having. So as usual, and USD JPY, it just went down. It did not reach our destination. It just started reversing and we did not get an entry. So I did not trade this one. So for today's positions, I only took a trade on Zhao USD or gold and on GBP USD, and I sent them the signals, the community. If you are not in this community, please join, guys. You are missing out. We are not only for sharing signals, or we also have live sessions every Thursday, right? We have live sessions every Thursday. I send the signals, right, before the moves play out. For example, here, right, entering long position. This one, we entered at this second candle. At this candle, you're seeing it is going down back to our end. That's when we entered. We did not enter where the price was expensive, where it is high on, where it is being shown in. We waited for this candle to close. If this candle had closed and gone, we would have just left it, just like USD JPY. We would just have left it because it would be now expensive. Our risk to reward would be no more making sense. So we waited for this candle to close and we waited for a re-entry, a candle which comes back to our entry, and we found it, and that's why we entered. So on gold, at first it just went up like USD JPY because I was looking at other pairs, so I did not see it, but it then came back to this zone. But it did not come here where I was expecting. It came back and started giving rejection. So I had a bias that maybe this is where the market is going to is going to reject and not continue going down. So I took my position there, and these are the results. Last week, you remember, my account was now up 3% more than the previous week, and today it is already up. Today it is already up 2%, right, in just one day, right? These were the results I had in just one day, 2%. So on the first position, I risked 700, right, which is 0.7 of my account, so that I can gain 2,100, which is a 1 to 3 risk to reward. And then on the second position, which is gold, I risked 0.5% to gain 1,500. On this position now, what happened is, when I saw my profits, right, they are 2,000, I just closed all positions. In my mind, I was giving myself an excuse that I want to go and buy groceries so that I can prepare my dinner and what. But after walking, right, and reflection, I just realized that no, I was just being scared of getting back into drawdown, right? And I was scared of holding this trade of GBP USD. I did a degenerative trade. This is no longer a 5-star trade because all of them, they were not closed according to plan. But as I closed, I also told my students to close because they should have the same results as I am having, right? They should have the same results as I am having. So this is what usually happens. You see, it's 6:02 in the evening. We had closed all our positions. When we had closed all our positions, we started at around 2:15 to enter our positions, which is about 1 hour 45 minutes of the session. This is what happens most of the times. our trading sessions do not take more than 2 hours. My trades, they are opened and they are closed within 45 minutes, 2 hours. When they are long, after 2 hours, we get away from the table and we start doing something like, you remember on last week on Thursday, we started even playing FIFA, and I even forgot about the trade until my alert, my alarm on TradingView, it notified, and then I adjusted my stop loss. So we just put an alarm maybe at 1:2, at 1:2.5, so that we can look forward for pullbacks that happened within that period, so that we can trail our stop to the adjacent pullback. So to show you that it's the same account, let me just log in on my mobile app. With all this, all the phone is doing its thing, Android, it is always loading. While the phone is doing its thing, I just want to thank God, guys, because with all this I'm doing, right, I know that it's not all my strength. There is someone who is putting a certain force, someone who is enabling me, right? I cannot do this on my own. There are some certain things which that by doing this, right, there is a certain force which pushed you, right? These are today's results. On gold, I had risked $500 so that I can gain 1,500, but then I closed it at 1:1, right? And then GBP USD, I had risked $700. I had risked 0.7. As I told you, my risk is always 0.5% to 1%. So on the first trade, I risked 0.7%. But on the second one, gold, I executed it after GBP-USD. I saw that if I get my profits, because GBP-USD was already running in more than 1:2, I said if I get my profits on GBP-USD, I don't want them to be spoiled if the gold trade doesn't play out. So I just reduced my risk to 500 from 700. And this is why my gold, I closed it at 500 at 1:1, and GBP-USD, I closed it above 1:2, a little bit above 1:2, because my stop loss was 700. Let me just show you the history, right? This is now the current balance we are at. It is up 12.3%, the account. And to show you guys just the history, right, for, let me just say, last week on Thursday, the last day we traded, right, this trade, I think everyone remembers this trade, right? The trade that I risked $450 to gain 1,341. It was a 1:3 and a take profit hit. So to show you that still is the same account, let me just do on the whole of last week, from Monday to Friday, right? From Monday to Friday, where we got where we got up 2.8%. This is the same account. So this is it, guys. I'll be updating you how the week goes on if I'm not that busy, but if I'm busy, right, I'll just be skipping maybe a day or two, and then I'll just update it within one day.